Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 all-time favourite books. The first one, I'm just going to go straight into it. So the first one is Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I read this book for the first time 5 years ago and I read it in like 2 days, maybe one day, and I absolutely loved it. But no, like me, my memory's awful, so I couldn't remember a thing about it until the second one came out, and I had to reread it, and I fell in love with it all over again. And it's basically a chosen one story. The main character is the chosen one, but he's the worst chosen one you have ever seen. He can't even do magic, but it's basically him trying to fight the, the evil that's trying to destroy all magic with his best friend and his nemesis without magic. But yeah, it's a really good story. It's a really cute story as well. It's a really quick read. Yeah, the tagline is Simon Snow is the worst chosen one who's ever been chosen, which basically sums up Simon Snow. And the second book is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. This is definitely one of the most different books I've ever read, that being it's narrated by Death. Never thought I'd see that in a book, but there you go. It's set in Nazi Germany with this little girl called Liesel. She's just been adopted by a new foster family, and the story is basically just her living out her life in Nazi Germany, trying to survive, and helping her survive. She steals books so she can read. Here is a small fact: you are going to die. If that doesn't make you want to read this, I don't know what will. That's just me being morbid. Anyway, the third book is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. 6 dangerous outcasts, 1 impossible heist. Yeah, it's basically a heist story, but the heist doesn't happen until like the last third of the book. So the first parts of the book is basically just getting to know the characters. So if you are like you prefer character-based stories, this is definitely the book for you. But if you're more into plot-based, then you probably will still love this book. But yeah, the plot is more on the last third than the first 2/3. But yeah, it's basically just 6 outcasts with 6 very different people joining forces to steal a person back. A convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as the Wrath, a heartrender using her magic to survive the slums, and a thief with a gift of unlikely escapes. Yeah, so yeah, this is definitely on my top 5 favourite books. I think this is on most people's top favourite books. Yeah, it is really good, so there's a reason for that. And the fourth one is actually part of my top all-time favourite series, which is City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. This is the 6th book in this Mortal Instruments series. But yeah, the series is basically just a girl called Clary. She thought she was an ordinary Brooklyn girl from Brooklyn, but she finds out that her mother has been lying to her entire life, and she's actually a part of this secret world called the Shadowhunters. And basically, she joins forces with Jace, Isabel, and Alec, and basically just the entire series is their story trying to fight the villains. Yeah, and this one is the last book in the series. It's the best book in the series. I think it's actually my favourite out of all the Shadowhunter Chronicle books. Yeah, this book is basically just their story coming to an end, their fight coming to an end, and yeah, if you are into these kinds of books, I do highly recommend you reading this one. I know it's not for everyone, but it is really good. The last book is actually Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I mentioned in my BookTube newbie tag that this is the first book that I ever read, and it is, and it's definitely the most nostalgic book for me. It's my childhood book. And yeah, it's basically just about 4 sisters. They're Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy, who is my favourite. Not just because we share the same name. But yeah, it's basically that their father is off in war, and it's basically just them living with their mother, trying to be happy with their father away from war and try not to worry. It's basically them from childhood up until adulthood trying to live their life. It's the most sweet book I've ever read, and having sisters, it shows the love and sometimes hatred for your sisters, and I love that. I love all sibling relationships are my favourite relationships in any book or TV show that I've ever seen or read. So yeah, this is definitely top book if you love sibling relationships. And yeah, those are my top 5 all-time favourite books. So yeah, leave your favourite book in the comments down below if you want to, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!